Hey guys,
Alright!
welcome to a new podcast. I'm here with Angry J Sponge.
Hello.
I'm here with Morgan Terry
Hello, people.
and Sandwich God.
Your one and only god of sandwiching.
We'll work on that. Basically, we're just gonna talk about some our normal stuff, I guess. Except it's gonna be a little longer than usual because why not?
Yeah.
So,
Okay. The first subject we're going to talk about is Rocco's Modern Life Static Cling.
Oh yes, I love that show. Oh, I mean, who doesn't? I've got pretty much Rocco's Modern Life. The complete series. I'm a huge fan.
Actually, I got a little small story. So, I was originally going to get the complete series of Rocco's Modern Life new for $16. And I did, but I didn't realize the seller was a scammer, so I only got season 2 disc 1 and 3 more discs from season 4. So it kind of sucked. So I don't own this. I don't own the series. And literally, I could have paid $3 more for it from Amazon.
Oh. Bummer, dude.
I watched it on the Splat, and that's about it with my history with Rocco.
Yeah, Rocco's Modern Life always airs first on the Splat.
Really? I didn't know that.
It used to be Hey Arnold that always aired first.
How dare!
Yeah, I wish
hair
the
will
Splat
stop.
would air more stuff besides Rugrats, Rocco, and Hey Arnold. That's literally all they air.
I wish they put Danny Phantom on there, even though that wasn't really a '90s cartoon. Like all the Nicktoons, I thought that I was hoping they'd kind of do.
No, they should have. They're
Oh, yeah.
deleting Nicktoons. They're actually deleting Nicktoons from my cable place, and they're moving Teen Nick to this package Gold. So I have no way to watch them anymore. But what I think they should do is put more older Nicktoons on the Nicktoons network instead of live action shows and new Nicktoons. It should
Oh
be
yes.
more-
Yeah.
Speaking of that, today they changed up the schedule for Nicktoons and Teen Nick a lot. On Nicktoons, they completely removed SpongeBob from the schedule and all the live-action cartoons, and they brought Jimmy Neutron back. They brought Danny Phantom back. They brought Avatar back. Like, and
Wow.
they fixed the schedule on Nicktoons and Teen Nick. Just gotta fix it on, the main network.
They have acknowledged their wrongdoings and are fixing it, unlike other networks, Cartoon Network.
Yeah, but I have no way to watch it. Thanks, Spectrum.
You're welcome.
So let's get on with Rocco's Modern
Yeah.
Life.
So, I'm pretty excited what I've seen for Static Cling so far, but I don't want Nick to screw it up like they kind of did with TGM, because the thing about TGM is they did lie to us. It was supposed to be a two-hour movie, and they lied to us, and it was only a 1-hour movie.
Well,
And
with commercials,
that's-
it was 2 hours.
But it did fit into a 2-hour time slot.
Yeah, but that's because there was 40 minutes of commercials.
Yeah.
I think that's what they meant by it.
Yeah, it's still, and then they did not advertise it enough. There's a lot more Hey Arnold fans than just the Hey Arnold the Jungle Movie community, and that's the issue with Nickelodeon right now with these newer reboot movies. They do need to advertise them a lot more.
Yeah, because they're reaching out to a whole new demographic now, and it's not going to reach the kids and the grown adults now that grew up with the show because they don't really have a reason to watch the network anymore.
Yeah, they should advertise it on adult channels and kid channels with different viewpoints of each demographic. Like for the adult channels, have the adult side of the new thing, and same as the kid channels, but the kid version basically.
And there was also a new sneak peek released at 2018 Sketchfest, and Nickelodeon is very capable of uploading the clip, but they just won't. I've been waiting for days, and they still haven't uploaded it. It's ridiculous.
Oh, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, they did. I was just surprised and shocked how when the Hey Arnold the Jungle Movie sneak peek was released at Comic-Con the same day, it was uploaded to YouTube. But this is it's like Nickelodeon doesn't care about this movie.
Which is weird because The Rocko's Modern Life, when it was released, the trailer for it, the reboot, it did much better than Jungle Movie. Like, it had 1 million views within, like, 2 days. So I'm surprised they didn't upload the new Rocko's trailer.
Yeah, it's just weird to me. I don't know why they went, uploaded.
Yeah,
It's just kind of.
I just looked up on Rocko's Modern Life Static Clean, right? Do any of you know when it's coming out?
It comes out
No
next
clue.
month, but we don't have a day, but we know that it comes out next month, which
Gee.
is
Like I
But
was.
don't worry, because it's been worked on since August 2016. So this movie had to have had a lot of work put into it, like 2 years. So yeah,
I was completely expecting like a fall release date.
it's coming out in early 2018.
Yeah.
Please click allow to play the video.
No.
What? Oh no, World of Millie's gonna get exposed again.
Yeah.
Again?
We should not bring that up. We'll make Morgan mad.
Don't do
Why?
this. Don't do this.
You might be Angry Sponge, but I turn into Mad Morgan pretty quick.
So,
Lord.
I'm about to turn
The
into
Lord.
Delicious Millie. Don't do
Lord.
that. No.
World of Millie hates
No.
Hey Arnold.
No.
I don't think so.
He does.
That was an error on Kahoot. God damn it.
I don't think he would have uploaded all of those Hey Arnold videos if he hated that. If he hated Hey Arnold. Don't even get my blood pressure going, okay?
Okay.
I'm older than all of you. I can have a stroke easier.
Yeah, you really freaked out when Helga ripped up her locket.
Oh my god! I did. I was like,
Okay, we're gonna add the subject. We'll talk about Hey Arnold somewhere later in the podcast. So,
Yeah.
So-
Anyway, go ahead.
What am I doing?
So basically, I am excited for Rocko's Modern Life started playing, but I am afraid that Nickelodeon is going to screw up the advertising for this and Invader Zim, because they're just not good advertising their movies to a younger and older demographic at this point.
Well, the
Agreed.
plot seems good. I mean, Rocco, Heifer, and Filbert, since the last episode, have been launched off into space, and they come back and come in contact with all this modern technology, phones, and dark and gritty superhero movies. And I heard there was going to be an antagonist called General Lewis, so we know that this is going to be some kind of action sort of adventure movie.
Action in quotation marks.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be somewhat like the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. I mean, it's not going to be like completely action-packed, but it's going to have some... Oh, what?
You can continue.
Oh, no, I've got nothing else to say. Go.
Okay. So this movie is going to be pretty well done, but what I'm mainly afraid is Rocko's Modern Life had this charm back then in the 90s where it got away with a lot of adult content and themes. I'm afraid that Modern Nick will not let it slide as they did with the Jungle movie, just simply because the Jungle movie has been a thing since 2002. And that's why that film got away with so much deaths and violence, and it felt like Hey Arnold. But for this, I'm not as sure, because this is like, no one, like, we were never expecting a Rocko film. They couldn't do the Angry Beavers, a Danny Phantom film, a Life as a Teenage Robot, continuing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they could have did anything, but they picked Rocko, which that's really surprising. That Nickelodeon has a lot of properties. They could have did something in the 2000s. No, they picked Rocko and Zim. So I'm concerned that they're not gonna treat Rocko as originally, and it's gonna be more kiddie than their original, and that's what I'm probably gonna dislike more. The most thing I'm gonna dislike in this film, because it's the most common thing Nickelodeon does.
Actually, I think it will be a lot more serious. Not like serious, but, you know, a lot more like, because honestly, movies should, movies based on cartoon series should really amp up the series like by like 3 times, because it needs to make it a more interesting plot. I mean, I know this is a TV movie, but it still deserves somewhat of a theatrical plot, like Hey Arnold, the Jungle.
Yeah. But the thing about the Jungle movie is that film had over 15 years to work, and this film only has 2 years.
Well, that's still enough for a movie, and I don't think this movie was really had been worked on for 15 years, but it was during those 15 years. Actually, the movie was we had a bunch of petitions trying to bring back the Jungle movie, and this movie actually only got like I'd say 2 or 3 years, just like Rocko's Modern Lifestyle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah, again, I am a little afraid to going into this film because again, Nickelodeon can screw anything up with these films and piss off the '90s fans, or make the little kids happy, or make the little kids' parents angry, and make us as '90s fans happy. It can go either way, so we gotta see.
They have to appeal to both. They have to appeal to the old audience and the new audience. And they've got to add some new stuff in there that kids really like. And then they've got to add some of the stuff that people liked about the original series. You know, just to make it appealing to both.
Yeah, that's very true. Now, I'm going to go on a different subject I didn't talk about, but I'm getting sick at Nickelodeon for not, making real movie theater films, because they clearly have properties that could be treated to movie theaters. Like, obviously, they can put the Jungle movie on a big theater. They can put Invader Zim. They can put Rocko on a big theater. And so far, we have no idea if they're even Hey Arnold is going to be in selected theaters at this point. And it's probably going to be the same thing with Rocko and Invader Zim, which is kind of upsetting. Because these films, so far we have seen, they look awesome, and they really look like big movie theater quality. I don't understand at this point why Nickelodeon just give $1,000 budget just to put it in selected films everywhere. It's kind of weird.
Well, you know, the Jungle movie's animation didn't really look like something for theaters. I mean, I saw the 3D CG parts, which were really impressive. But other than that, the animation really didn't need to be in theaters. So maybe if it was more detailed, maybe this could be considered for a theatrical release. But it's just, I don't think the animation...
Let's compare the original Hey Arnold with the original Hey Arnold movie with the Hey Arnold the Jungle movie. Obviously, compare them, does not combine in the times and stuff. Obviously, the Jungle movie is better. So, and the Hey Arnold movie got in theaters. So obviously, Nickelodeon could have put it out in big theaters.
In my honest, go ahead, Will. I'm gonna say something.
What was that last part?
Oh, nothing.
Oh my.
I don't really know anything about the topic, so that's why I'm not really saying anything.
We're comparing the old Hey Arnold movie to the new Hey Arnold movie.
Oh. That's an easy comparison, actually. One's a 10 and one's a 6.
Actually, I can't really compare both of the movies. I actually thought Hey Arnold the movie was actually a pretty well done movie. I thought the animation actually looked pretty good. The storyline was actually a lot bigger than the series. Some people say it felt like an episode, but honestly, spies and Arnold and Gerald literally leave the neighborhood on an epic quest. How does that feel like the series?
Well, the first movie felt more like the series because, well, it did feel like something Hey Arnold would pull. But the second movie, while it is Hey Arnold, especially in the first act, the Jungle movie, the Jungle segments, in my opinion, didn't really feel like the series, but at the same time, it did. It had that charm, but in a completely wild, unexpected location.
Yeah, but Arnold and Gerald in the first movie are literally saving the entire neighborhood, which they haven't done. At all in the series. And it's not just any random, let's go tell the mayor about this stuff and we'll probably fix the neighborhood. It's actually an adventure. It's actually spies and gadgets and, a huge adventure. I really like that about the movie. movie. I really liked how it didn't just go along with a simple plot, and it actually at least tried to be bigger than the series.
Yeah.
Even if some
Yeah.
didn't, that it was bigger than the series, but honestly it is. I think both of the movies are great, in my opinion. I can't really say which one is better, but, you know, maybe one day I'll finally make a decision.
Yeah, the main public opinion is the Jungle movie is better, and Hey Arnold is the worst Nick film out there, which I completely hate that public opinion, but I will say the first Hey Arnold movie isn't the greatest, but it's for sure enjoyable.
The worst Nickelodeon movie, in my opinion, has to be... Well,
This has to be animation, though. It has to be animated Nick films, not live action. That does not count.
TV movies still count because they are movies. They're just not.
Yeah.
But I'd have to say the worst is probably, I don't know. I can't remember the name for some reason.
I got
Actually,
you.
Wait a minute. Rugrats Go Wild. Yeah,
Oh,
that's the
man.
worst Nickelodeon.
Nope, I got you right now.
don't-
I'm about to
don't-
say a
don't-
name that will completely change your entire opinion. You ready?
Okay.
Barnyard.
I know.
Oh my goodness! You completely blew my mind. Yes, that is.
I
the
completely
worst.
forgot about that movie.
Worst,
so did
hands
I.
down.
It's not very memorable.
No.
My
Hashtag
opinion,
no.
I like Rugrats Go Wild more than Rugrats in Paris. Don't hate me for that, but it's just like a guilty
What?
pleasure seeing. It's just a guilty pleasure of mine seeing Debbie and Angelica interact. It also gave birth to possibly the best rendition of one of my favorite songs. The soundtrack was stellar and the visuals were great, and I like it. I don't think it's bad.
Well, the animation did look a lot better than the previous two movies, as they combined television animation with theatrical animation. They still, this movie still had a lot of potential. I really like seeing the Wild Thornberrys and Rugrats, two of Nickelodeon's popular shows coming together, especially since they're related. I mean, it's a pretty cool concept.
But we all have to agree the Jimmy Timmy Power Hours are like simply the best crossovers in cartoon history.
Oh, definitely.
Well,
Yep.
it's like I haven't said that before.
I know, but it is my opinion. But I will say, no one's surprised Steven Universe isn't the best modern cartoon for you.
Yeah, no one is really.
Well,
Well-
maybe stuff with Starfly will get revenge. We never know.
Yeah.
Okay, we're still on the first subject, and we have like 30 subjects to talk about, so we gotta move on.
know
from
what?
Bakugo, okay, guys?
Alright.
Need more to talk.
Okay. The next subject we're gonna talk about is the Invader Zim movie.
Oh, yeah. Actually, earlier you said that the Invader Zim movie, no one asked for the Invader Zim movie. Actually, a lot of people asked for the Invader Zim movie. It was a highly anticipated film. It was originally a TV movie called Invader Dib, which
Yeah.
was actually a good idea, but Nickelodeon canceled it and canceled the series. I'm just surprised that the show actually ran from 2001 to 2006 with 2 seasons. Like, I don't know
What?
any... Yeah, Invader Zim got 2 seasons, and now it's getting a movie in between 2001 and 2006. It's
Let's
incredible.
think about this for a second. 2001 to 2006. That is 6 years of 2 series.
5.
Imagine people. Well, yeah, but still, imagine a kid that actually enjoyed the show, yeah, even how creepy it was, waiting for episodes that long. It would honestly, that would be hell.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
Steven Universe.
Invader Zim went on a lot of hiatuses. Yeah.
Now
Just
it's
like
really
Steven
starting to sound like
Universe's-
Steven Universe.
Just like Steven Universe going on hiatus. Like, a lot lately.
Oh,
Invader
yeah.
Zim-
You know who needs to go hiatus? Teen Titans Go.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah,
They are on
Yes,
hiatus.
That or they should just get canceled.
Nah.
all in favor of hating Teen Titans Go, say aye.
Can I say I twice?
I didn't
It's
You
say
can say
not
I
the
I.
as much as you want because that
Okay.
show sucks.
I'm gonna give my opinion on this right now. It's not the worst animated show. There's for sure a lot of worse animated shows, but it's a kid show for kids. If you don't like it, just don't watch it. Yes, I understand the original fans are all mad that it isn't like the original, but it's a comedy show for children. If you don't want to watch it, just don't watch it. And if
Well,
you
it's not. It's really a job for some people. They have to watch this so they can talk about how kids are watching a bunch of cheap, low-budget garbage and having
It's
to
true.
pay a bunch of money, while Cartoon Network hardly puts any money into this.
Yeah,
show.
they spend $10 on Flash animation by a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
As a person who uses Flash, I take offense to that.
Networks,
Sorry.
Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network and Disney especially. No, actually, Cartoon especially. Well, I don't know. Which do you think is worse?
Disney is doing a lot better, for sure, in the animation place, but it's Disney and Nickelodeon are kicking CN's butts.
Yeah, pretty much.
I enjoyed Disney. This will always be still my favorite Disney show, but Star vs. the Force of Evils will always be my top second. But Kim Possible was always my favorite Disney show.
Yes! Same. I love Kim Possible.
My
I
favorite.
literally have my bunny named after one of the main characters.
But anyway, back to what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway, networks, I mean, while Nickelodeon is improving, they're still giving children these cheap, low-budget, crappy live-action sitcoms, and they're just not funny. They're just not creative. They just don't give us their all.
Kinda
I mean,
like the
I'm sure
Loud
they
House.
try. I'm sure they try, but they're just not doing their best. Like, I honestly believe that shows like Henry Danger could be a lot better if they just put a little more effort into it. But it's just...
Have you guys seen the animated cartoon?
Yes.
I've seen the theme song. The animation looks terrible, but honestly, Henry Danger probably works better as a cartoon because of like the slapstick and stuff.
Yeah, but the animation is pretty bad.
Yep,
You had to.
It's like Teen Titans Go animation.
it's called Flash.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Also, I just got to put this out here, but still better than the Loud House.
Oh, no.
Oh
No,
yeah.
no, 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 no.
No.
Oh
Going
yeah.
back into the dark black hole.
I prefer the Loud House than that.
Even if I hated the Loud House, I would still choose it over Teen Titans Go.
Oh, I
yeah.
wouldn't say that. I've said it on multiple times. I like Teen Titans Go better than the Loud House due to the fact that there are some good episodes in my opinion, and
Why do you hate that show with a burning passion? Just give me a full reason why you hate it.
Ha!
I have like a list of reasons, and I'm working on it for a video. Like I have a list of reasons why I hate the Loud House, and it's kind of getting on to 30 right now.
I honestly understand why. I don't enjoy the Loud House as much because it feels like a Hey Arnold clone to me, but I still don't understand why it's like his #1 hated show of all time.
No, it's
I
not
know,
my
there's so
it's
many
not my
worse
most
shows to
hated
hate.
show of all time. That goes to Ben and Holly's Magical Kingdom. Loud House is like my what? It's not even in my top 5. I just hate it.
I would honestly compare the Loud House to the Fairly Odd Parents more, you know. I mean, I can see the comparison between Hey Arnold and the Loud House slice of life cartoons, relatable situations and characters, but it's just that the Fairly Odd Parents and the Loud House give off a lot more, you know, comparisons than what.
I'd rather
Oh my
I'd
God.
rather compare it to Doug.
Doug?
Yeah, Doug.
Doug is such an old cartoon.
Okay, I'm not
Doug and
saying
Hey
it's the
Arnold
reference.
are the only. Doug and Hey Arnold, actually. Or Rugrats and Hey Arnold. I'd actually compare Rugrats and Hey.
No, I mean like I compare the Loud House to Doug. That's what I mean. I would not compare it to the Hey Arnold at all.
Why? Because you hate the Loud House with a burning passion and you don't
No,
want to
there are a
compare-
multitude of reasons why I would not compare Hey Arnold to the Loud House. Like, for one, the main character in Hey Arnold is like a sweetheart and he helps out a lot. The main character in the Loud House, Lincoln Loud, is an utter dick and he pretty much tries to be mean to anyone who comes by his path and people who try to help him. Like,
He's the punching bag of the series. He's not
He's
the
a dick.
He's actually a punching bag. He
they
takes
wrote
a
off the
lot.
best character in the entire show just to get a few jokes out of Lincoln.
Well, if you think the Loud House is bad, then watch its ripoff, Too Loud.
I'm good.
Too Loud. we've got the main character who looks exactly like Lincoln, except he is apparently a giant with a fat head and a skinny body. Like, you should watch it. It's horrible.
I mean, that sounds
That's
about
like
right.
honestly, that's like my Helga Funko Pop. Her head is huge, but her body's so small that
I
have
know
to have
what you
plastic.
mean.
It's so annoying.
See, with Arnold, I think it's more normal to Arnold, because in the show, his head is so big compared to his body, but it's
But
just weird
Helga?
seeing it on Helga, I know.
Actually,
Of
as
all
a series
things, Helga.
I know.
Go ahead.
No, you could.
Okay, so actually, as Hey Arnold progressed, Arnold's head got a little smaller and more taco shaped. While in season 1, it looked like a blimp, a very thin blimp.
A
Which I
deflated blimp. But yeah, I like the way his head looked more like season 5-ish.
Yeah.
I never really liked the blimp look.
I like the blimp look. I thought it looked pretty, I thought it looked pretty classic. Like,
Okay, we gotta continue talking about Invader Zim because we're not gonna. This is gonna become 6 hours if we keep this rate up.
We
Yeah,
we know so little about the movie, it's unreal.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Invader Zim, so I'm gonna chill back while you guys talk about this, because I've never seen it.
I might be joining you in a minute.
What? Wait. Morgan has never seen
What?
Invader Zim.
No, I haven't.
Invader Zim. I've seen every season 1 episode.
I've seen 2 episodes, that's it.
I've never seen
Really?
a single episode.
I like the theme song.
I didn't say every
Please
season
it.
1.
You know that? I like that. I mean, I don't know anything else.
Dun dun dun
Oh my
dun
god.
dun.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun,
Invader
dun.
Zim was I really did enjoy it, but I really felt it was a more Adult Swim show. And that's why I think the movie isn't going to do as well, because it feels like an Adult Swim show in my opinion.
Honestly, I keep having this weird feeling that in the Invader Zim movie, they're going to turn Zim into he apparently likes humans now, and I keep having this. He apparently likes humans, and he wants to attend school, and he wants to be a normal human now because he realizes that humans are actually pretty good.
No, they're not. Humans are a bunch of bullshit.
You know, Nickelodeon is more than likely to do that because they don't want Zim taking over the world. That will terrify kids, traumatize them, have them have nightmares for months.
Then just air it on Nick at Night instead.
Yeah.
But it has to have more of an audience because let's admit, back then Invader Zim didn't have that big of an audience. It really didn't. But
Yeah.
after the show was canceled, it gained a very, very large fan base.
And because of that, I am calling it right now. It's going to do way better than the Jungle Movie, just because it's super popular right now.
Static Cling is going to do way better than the Jungle Movie and the Invaders Zim combined.
I highly doubt that. I'm calling it right now. Static Cling is going to do worse than the Jungle Movie, and then Invader Zim is going to do better than the Jungle Movie. I'm calling it right now.
No, I bet you.
No.
I'm betting.
Girls,
this
calm down.
doesn't-
You're both pretty.
If this doesn't happen, I'm dancing in public.
If you lose, then you'll have. If you lose, then your punishment will be watching a Loud House marathon.
Say that again, if you dare.
That's more a World of Millie punishment than Angry Sponge.
Oh my
It's
God.
punishment.
No. I dare World of Millie to watch Woody Woodpecker.
No. How about you away from me with your little...
Oh my god.
Whoever finishes the movie without melting their eyes or dying wins.
Well, I made it through the Emoji Movie, so I think I'm good.
I mean, I'm pretty sure
my God.
Angry Jake's Bone's just gonna win because he honestly has high hopes for this. Am I right?
I'm not speaking my opinion. No.
He pleads the fifth.
Anyway, Vader's in. I wonder what role Gurr is going to play in this. You know,
Comic
Gurr,
relief, calling it.
robot best friend. I think he may join Zim on his quest if there is even going to be a quest. And Morgan's
Yeah.
What happened? Sorry, I had to mute my mic.
Okay.
yeah.
That's
I was.
fine.
So anyway, I'm just wondering what role Gurr may play. If he plays comic relief, I'm going to be so sad because he was a main character and he honestly deserves a bigger role. Actually, in the original movie, he was actually going to just watch the whole thing on national TV, which I was like, he has to play a bigger role. He can't just sit and watch this on television.
Oh my god.
I'm not joking. He was literally just going to watch everything that was happening in the Urkin Empire on TV, doing
Oh,
nothing but watching
Like
it
the
on
male gag on Rocco.
mail gag.
Back to
Mail.
the bus I go.
Male.
Oh, okay, I understand. There was also this phone sex hotline joke. Oh, baby, oh, baby, oh.
Oh, right. I remember that.
Aw.
And they just
Oh
hang up.
god.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Remember, be hot, be naughty, and be courteous.
Okay, we already talked about that subject. You shouldn't have said that earlier. Now you're gonna make my editing so crazy when I make 10 videos. Anyway, now let's go back to Sim.
Better outcome,
Yeah,
I will say.
It was actually a pretty good show, even if it didn't have that large of an audience. I mean, the show...
I will
really
be right
deserved-
back.
Okay. So the show really deserved more praise than what it got. Than what it got back then. I'm sure it was very, very well received, but it still didn't have that large of an audience. Like, most shows don't get that large of an audience. It really takes time. But some shows actually start out pretty well.
Like SpongeBob.
Yeah, that show started out successful.
And now look at where we are.
We're
Started out.
gonna have 90 seasons in the next 10 months.
For real.
Oh,
Ah!
let's not go crazy. Now, let's not go crazy. The show may end after the third movie, which comes out in 2020.
I'm surprised they even made it to a third movie.
Yeah, there's going to be a third movie. The show may get canceled after it, or maybe they'll make one final episode. Who knows? I mean, obviously, it's not very likely that Nickelodeon would cancel their most popular TV series.
That's been going on for the past 20 years.
Yeah. I wonder what... Oh, wait. We're going on a different topic. Sorry,
Yeah.
Henry Jason. But anyway,
You know,
I wonder
this
what it
is
would have
gonna-
been like if Invader
This-
Zim got SpongeBob's popularity. Like, what if Invader Zim carried on for 11 seasons and 2 movies, and a third movie on the way? I'll be
that would
right
be
back, guys.
interesting.
And then there were 2.
2 AFK. We better move from the AFK server. I'm kidding.
Back, sorry.
Okay.
My sister was asking for my McDouble that I took a picture of.
That
Okay.
is
So
the
anyway-
best.
So
So
anyway,
we're gonna
what
move.
on this movie? You really think it's gonna do well?
It's probably gonna do better than Hey Arnold, but I don't know about Rocco.
What I miss.
You missed a lot.
Probably.
We talked about
We
the
talked
end of the
about-
world.
We talk about Ren and Stimpy, Jimmy Neutron, Scrappy Doo, Henry Danger, Chicken Little, Dora. You missed.
We really
Woody
picked it up.
Woodpecker.
Jesus
Man, this is
Christ.
like SpongeBob's house party. SpongeBob plans a whole entire party, and then it just ends up in a disaster. And that's what that's what's happening to you, Angry J Sponge. You've set up a whole list of stuff we're supposed to talk about, and we keep going off. We keep going off topic every time. So the podcast is pretty much ruined.
Well, it's just gonna make my editing hell. That's all.
At least you don't have to
Oh,
edit
don't
the whole podcast.
Well,
Don't worry, we'll
okay.
talk on-
The next subject. This is the third subject, and we have 30 more.
Ah!
What? Oh my god. Okay, the next subject we're talking about is Dora the Explorer live action film being made and produced by Michael Bay.
Look, honestly, I honestly don't think that movie is even going to be made. It's for preschoolers. Why would they make a PG-13 Dora the Explorer? And that would spark a bunch of controversy, angry parents, mad at Michael Bay. He'll probably get a lot of backlash for this movie. I mean, what can they really do with a preschooler show? I mean, we're not gonna have Dora walking around shooting people with a gun, because then that movie will definitely get an R rating.
But you also have to remember, Transformers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were also kids shows.
Well, yeah, but they weren't for like 5 and under. Those shows were actually for children like ages 7 to 11. So that was the target audience. But Dora was an educational show. These shows didn't teach anything. They were action shows. They were meant to entertain children. But this show is meant to teach children. But Dora is meant to teach children about things. And teaching them. And this could actually lead to. And if this movie has some, like, serious themes, then this could actually lead to longtime fans of Dora the Explorer actually going out and doing something horrible, because that's what Dora did. I just don't think this movie needs to be made if it's being made. It just doesn't seem like a good idea to me.
Well, honestly, Paramount announced this, and they announced it, Are You Afraid of Dark live action movie.
Like, even the poster looks fake.
It isn't fake.
Well, it's fake. I mean, Dora's wearing...
Michael Bay confirmed this. He confirmed it on his Twitter.
Okay. Well, I just don't think that this is going to... It just doesn't seem like something real. It seems like something that's... It seems like something that, do you guys remember the show Mad?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what they actually did a bunch of Dora the Explorer adult cartoons kind of things, and it seems like something that show would actually create. Like this.
Probably had more potential if they did it.
Or like Robot Chicken.
Oh,
That too.
Robot.
Robot Chicken gets away with a lot of copyright.
Whew, that pizza smells.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I mean, like-
it's
Robot Chicken Star Wars, Robot Chicken Rugrats. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
oh no, they ruined Rugrats.
They
Yeah.
ruined Kim Possible for me. I was like, oh no.
Like, I'm just glad they didn't get on Rocco's Modern Life. If they did, then I would kill that show.
They did it with SpongeBob too. Did you know that?
I have an
Well,
update
I
here.
remember a SpongeBob one actually a long time ago.
That's kind of obvious because SpongeBob is a very popular show. But
Firstly,
anyway,
the plot for that one was the real secret formula for Krabby Patties was fish.
oh,
Really?
that's
Oh.
what theories.
Yeah.
That's what sparked the theories. But anyway,
Yeah.
this Dora the Explorer live-action movie could actually lead to some pretty dark theories, a lot of controversy, angry parents, traumatized children. It's just not going to end well. In the end, if it gets made, then it's all going to come crashing down. Like,
Yeah, and Paramount will be getting a lawsuit from actually. So back when cartoons had more violence and stuff like that, for example, Looney Tunes, back then there wasn't any really restrictions for that kind of stuff. When there was this company that came out and completely changed everything, and this company still exists and moderates all cartoons and stuff like that. And when they see this, they're probably gonna lawsuit Paramount.
Like sue him. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's not a cartoon. And it's not intended for the kids. It would be intended for PG-13 audiences.
Well, still,
yeah, but it's based on a preschooler show. He is right about that. It is based on a preschooler show.
Yeah, if it was something like, even though I know this is a later topic, but it's still an example. Even though Ren and Stimpy Adult Party cartoon didn't need to get made, it was still a show for younger audiences, but more adult audiences. And so, while the spinoff was well-meaning, it still wasn't good, and it still pretty much traumatized every Ren and Stimpy fan.
Yeah, it really made me want to cry.
And Sponge, I know the company you're talking about. I did research. In theaters, there's a lot less restrictions than on basically TV. So basically, if it's in theaters, they have no control. You can pretty much do whatever the heck you want in theaters.
Oh man!
Like on the South Park movie that came out in like '96, they went all out because they knew they didn't have no restrictions. Like, they showed uncensored breasticles, uncensored curse words, like hell, death, blood, gore, everything.
There were actually, I'm pretty sure this might happen, there were actually parents who thought that Sausage Party was a kid's movie because it was animated in CG. And so when they went to see it with their children, they completely lost it. They were shocked to see what they saw.
And that sex scene at the end. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. I will be right back.
Okay.
That's probably what's going to happen to Dora the Explorer, where parents, if they don't watch the ads and they just see that the movie's coming out, they'll probably just bring their children to it, watch it, and realize that they've seen something that's so horrible.
Yeah.
I mean,
but that's also the parents' fault. That's bad parenting, not paying attention to what your children is watching.
well, yeah, but still, it's also Michael Bay's fault. But it's also the company that's making this movie's fault, because they know that this is
the company that's making this is a company associated with Viacom, which Viacom does make a lot of mistakes. But Paramount is making a very big mistake with this film.
Well, they know it's going to spark controversy, but they want it to get made anyway. I just don't understand it. Honestly, I can't believe that this movie will come out, but if it does, then I'll definitely check it out. I'll see it. It'll probably... It won't be good. I bet that it won't be good. I can bet $1 million that it's not going.
Or what happened becomes that year of Zootopia.
Zootopia?
Yeah.
What about it?
What happened, the Dora film becomes a really well received like Zootopia.
Oh, well, then it's a good movie. From what I'm gathering while researching this movie, the synopsis isn't anything too crazy. It's just like Dora moves into the city with her cousin Diego. And we've seen this before without the Diego part. Dora has been in the city before, just not in live action. And it doesn't sound too crazy.
Yeah. Unless they show some, people in the background smoking cigars or something. That's when this movie jumps over the ring.
I mean, Peter Rabbit, the movie that's, I think it's already out, it's not really based on the book that inspired it. It's widely based on the Nick Jr. show. And we already know that's just, like, innuendo hell.
Well, although it is based on a children's show, at least it's not too adult-oriented. I mean, it still shares a lot of the same things that the original had, but it's still just awful trying to fill it up with a bunch of jokes that children like these days. That you know, like there was this one scene where the farmer was like down in his carrot patch, and so Peter Rabbit literally grabbed a carrot and stabbed him in the rear with it, and it was just awful.
Oh my god, I feel so bad. I shouldn't laugh.
Like this poor farmer. Literally.
Oh my
Poor guy.
god.
Like in the Nick Jr. show, I can actually sympathize with the rabbits, but in this movie, the farmer, like, really, so, I feel so bad for him. He doesn't deserve this, and he's getting tortured by a bunch of wild animals. Like,
Okay, let's move on to a fan theory that I wanted to talk about in this podcast.
ooh, here.
What happened if we got a Chicken Little 2?
Next.
Oh no, next. We're moving on.
No.
Next.
No, we are talking about this.
No, we're not.
How about
We
this?
take
Like
a-
the next few options will just be rapid fire. Like we do these just real quick. Just one word to describe it. Okay.
Chicken Little 2, the quakening. The quackening, the quakening.
Chicken Little 2, the reboot of the original.
They wouldn't call the movie that. That's a fourth wall break in itself.
I'd like to see a 3D re-release of Chicken Little. Just like Chicken Little was just a bad movie overall. There's nothing to save it, but I would like to see it in modern day audiences.
I hated Buck Cluck, Chicken Little's father. He was very neglectful. He wouldn't stand up for his son. He kept on, every time he embarrassed him, he would just stop talking to him, turn away from him, and try to apologize to everybody. It's just so sad how neglectful
And listen,
he was.
this is made by Disney, not Pixar, by Disney.
And you think a company like Disney would create such a horrible character like Buck Cluck? Like even the name is generic. Buck
Like-
Cluck? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. It's like the same thing with Who Let the Dogs Out.
No.
Yeah. Wait, they made a
Yeah.
movie out of.
What?
Are you saying that they made a movie out of that song?
Hell no, hell no.
Why are you comparing this movie to Let the Dogs Out?
I don't know, because I have it still on my screen. Damn it.
Oh my. Hi, Morgan.
Okay,
Hello, thank you.
okay, let's get Morgan's feelings. What happened if we got Chicken Little 2 movie?
Hate it.
Wasn't the first one bad enough?
Yeah. Like I was talking about earlier, Buck Cluck was very neglectful and very awful to his only child. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, I would.
I mean,
Until he did something he was proud of, and then he started paying attention to him.
yeah. At least in the end, they both reconciled. So if they do make a sequel, then I'm pretty sure that Buck Cluck will have changed his ways. He'll probably be a lot more understanding and a lot more on his son's side. Or unless they just want to make another problem. Like, hey son, I'm gonna be neglectful to you again. Oh no! Yes.
Oh my god.
Okay, thank God that was quick. Now, the next subject. This is one that World of Millie's gonna hate. What's your feelings on the new live-action film, Woody Woodpecker?
Woody Woodpecker? Honestly,
Yeah.
I just like. I think it's just going to be like Peter Rabbit, where this wild animal tortures a bunch of poor guys. Well, at least not like literally poor, broke
Huh. That's
guys
neat.
that don't deserve this kind of treatment, and they're just going to get this slapstick stuff happen to them for absolutely no reason, but just for the comedy. Like, I just don't understand this. I mean,
What I have seen so far, it's exactly like that, but it has, like, the live action is not as well done as I thought it would be, because this is a movie that's coming from Universal. They have produced a lot of bad films, but not like this. The live action doesn't, like, the actors, like, don't give a shit, basically.
I saw the clip, and I saw the clip that you uploaded, and honestly, it didn't feel like a movie at all. It was really fast-paced. It just moved to one scene to another. It was kind of like bad editing. It just cut
Yeah.
off. It was
The only part from that clip I uploaded today is I liked how, like, this is literally one thing I liked about it. The only thing I kind of liked is where they made it where Woody Woodpecker is upside down. That's it.
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool. Other than that, everything about it is pretty bad, as far as I've seen.
Yeah, well, you guys are gonna have to wait until February 13th or 14th for my review for it.
And one more thing, you know how movies always try to have their characters to have some quote-unquote sad backstories? You know that? How they always try to give a backstory to the main character or another character,
Yep.
just to have the characters sympathize with them, even though they're not any characters to sympathize with. It's just generic, oh, my father died. Yeah, we've heard that a million times. As sad as that is, we've
Pretty much
still
any
heard it.
Disney movie involves at least one dead parent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And DreamWorks almost had a dead person in a home.
What?
You
A
guys
dead
don't
person?
remember Home?
I remember it. I never watched it though. Like I remember seeing the trailer for it though.
Yeah, someone almost died in that.
No, but there are a lot of fake out deaths in movies nowadays.
The girl's name was Tip, and apparently when the aliens were sucking up the humans and bringing them to this awesome fun land, she was like, her mother was sucked up in the alien ship as they said their last words to each other. And I actually thought that scene was really well done, but at the same time, it's still just one of those generic, it's just one of those generic backstories. Like, these movies think that they have to have a backstory, but they don't. They honestly don't. They can just
It's an animated movie for kids. You really don't.
Yes, but
Yeah.
in Holmes' case, we kind of had to have a little backstory, because I know the scene you're talking about, and it's a scene explaining basically, like, why Tip wasn't abducted, but that kind of needed to be explained, and luckily it was only, like, 30 seconds long.
Yeah, but sometimes they'll just give out there are backstory in movies, where the backstory will actually make sense, but sometimes in random scenes, they'll just have random backstories that don't contribute anything to the plot until, like, maybe the last couple of seconds of the movie.
Character development.
But it's still not enough. I mean, if it was actually building up to this tragic backstory, then maybe it would make sense, but not Home, but other movies. If they would just build up to the backstory, it would make more sense, and it'd be a lot more dramatic scene, and, we'd feel pretty sorry for them.
Okay. Next subject. Now this one's gonna be adult content, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to censor a lot in this. The Ren and Stimpy adult. Yeah.
Never seen it.
Oh boy. Now I'm gonna be unrestricted for this one. I absolutely fucking hated the Ren and Stimpy adult cartoon.
You don't have to. You can be unrestricted if you want. This show deserves no sugarcoating. This show
No.
needs to,
Fuck yes.
this show needs to be demolished for the atrocity that it is.
I absolutely hated this piece of shit. Like, why MTV? I like MTV with their Beavis and Butthead. I watched their adult animated shows. They're not that bad. For sure with Beavis and Butthead, the most popular one. But this one was absolutely so atrocious. I am so happy there was only 5 damn episodes on DVD.
Okay, first, it aired on Spike. Second, there were 6 episodes. And, like, yeah, that's all I got to say. There were 6 episodes, and it was aired on Spike TV. I'm just saying.
Well, they aired it on MTV once too. That's where I got it. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just saying. I'm just bringing it up. Like I told you guys earlier, I don't think that this is canon. I actually think that this is not in the original Ren and Stimpy timeline. Would you agree? Because nothing seems like, honestly, there is no continuity in Ren and Stimpy, but at the same time, you can kind of tell that this just doesn't exist in the Ren and Stimpy timeline. Like, Ren and Stimpy are a big couple, and they've never been gay in the original series. Never.
It's not necessarily a bad thing.
I know, but still, I know it's not a bad thing to be gay, but still, it's just, why do they have to do it to Ren and Stimpy? For crying out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's
like... Go ahead.
Okay. So this cartoon, actually, I watched it when I was younger because I watched the Ren and Stimpy when I was younger, and my parents didn't realize how bad it was, and it scarred me for life.
Actually, I really loved the original Ren and Stimpy. I thought it was clever. It had clever timing, clever jokes. It was overall very hilarious. Even some of the gross out jokes were hilarious. But the adult party cartoon just did it all wrong. I mean, there was even this one episode called Naked Beach Frenzy.
Oh boy.
There was this one scene where Ren and Stimpy were literally giving 2 women a shower. It's so hard to even bring up. I'm disgusted.
Okay, we're moving on because I can't have this in my video. So, moving on. Jimmy Neutron season 5 theories.
Needs to happen.
Yes.
Season 5. This show only had 3 seasons.
No, it had a season 4.
I think. Hold on, let me see. I'll check.
I think they only had 3 seasons. I was watching a video about it, and it was 3 seasons.
I honestly thought it was 5 or 4.
Either way, we need more seasons. Yeah.
I just want a season 4 to wrap up some unresolved plot lines, like what really happened between what's their I forgot Jimmy and Cindy. I forgot the main character's name for some reason.
Yes, Jimmy and Cindy.
Like
that's another ship I have.
I also kind of wanted to see the aftermath of Planet Sheen. Like, what the hell happened to that? Did he ever get home? As bad of a series as that was, I actually am curious to find out their reactions to Sheen actually leaving the planet.
Yeah, but one thing that we actually got to see was the original Johnny Quasar pilot.
Nani?
That was scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was honestly pretty frightening, but at the same time, it was great that someone actually went through all this trouble to find a lost 1995 short.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
You know how much
the voice actor uploaded it on YouTube.
Do you know how much they must have went through just to find this?
It must have been on a VCR tape.
For real.
What if they had to travel to Hollywood?
The quality was it was 180p. It had to be a VCR tape.
Yeah. But if it was on a VCR tape, then it would have been released to the public, I believe.
Yeah, like a private one, like burned for him only.
Yeah, so he could like use it like to get other jobs. Like, oh yeah, I did this for a show that never aired or something.
Yeah, but it wouldn't make any sense because even if he did use it as a pitch pilot, it wouldn't make any sense because it would have a completely different animation style. Like, I mean completely different. I mean, this is 1995 CG, and now we're going to bring Jimmy Neutron back as a 2018 CG show. I mean, you can pretty much tell the difference. It's not gonna look.
Yeah, but I do want to say there was some leaked things about the next season, and about the leaked things, there was supposed to be something very serious in the next season where Dark Jimmy, if you guys remember him, he was gonna. This is all we know about this. He was gonna force something, Penny and Jimmy to do something.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Yeah, I'm getting a bad image in my mind right now with just those.
I know season 4 was originally supposed to have a story arc, and it.
Freddy.
All right, continue.
Okay, the next subject we're going to talk about is something I want to talk about that was in my song that no one is actually thinking about, but I think so. We should start thinking about this in the community. What happened if Scrappy Doo, the little dog, Scooby Doo's brother, in like this, yeah. What happened if he got his own live action / CGI animated film?
I would sue.
Everyone would hate it, pretty much. Except for little kids who are on aid duty.
I honestly think it would be probably better than the Emoji Movie, in my honest opinion, but it'd still be hated.
It's got low standards, the Emoji Movie, so it's not hard to beat.
He was the villain in the first movie, so maybe
He was.
So maybe he'll be like planning some kind of revenge plot or something. But obviously he can't win, even if he's the protagonist. So, you know, like even Captain Hook got his own movie named after him, and yet he was still, you know, protagonist / antagonist. So that's probably what's going to happen with this movie. That is, if it even gets made. This hasn't
I betted by 2035 this film will be a legit thing. I swear to God it will be.
I might be dead by then.
I hope I'm dead by then. I don't want to see this.
Oh, we'll be fine. We'll be fine by 20.
Damn it.
What?
Okay. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is what happened if the Real Monsters movie got made. Now let me explain. So back when Nickelodeon, so back in 1995, Nickelodeon contacted 20th Century Fox to make 3 films. The 3 films were a Ren and Stimpy film, a Doug film, and of course the All Real Monsters film. What happened? The All Real Monsters film actually got made because back then we had no idea about this film. But what we know so far about the script was it was going to be a very, very, very dark film. Like PG-13 dark.
Well, I don't think it would have been PG-13, but it would have really been dark, like up to Invader Zim standards, but just a little bit downgraded, you know. I don't think that this movie would really try and go, if this movie was made, I don't think would really try to go all out to scare you. Because honestly, it's based on a cartoon that's about monsters that isn't really that scary.
Well, the thing about All Real Monsters is, at the time, it was Nickelodeon's scariest show.
Because it was pretty much Nickelodeon's only show about monsters at that time.
Yeah. And the thing about All Real Monsters is, it got copied a lot.
Copied how?
Like Monsters Inc., that kind of stuff.
Fuck?
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I don't really think that Monsters Inc. is a ripoff, but I think it's more just a coincidence that these movies apparently were somewhat like.
Yeah.
It's like saying
you
the
can-
Emoji Movie ripped off
If
Wreck-It
this
Ralph.
film was made, do you think the animation would be the same style as the original show?
I highly doubt it.
Well,
Because-
actually, because the Rugrats movie. You know how the Rugrats movies look completely different? They combine television animation and theatrical animation. So that's probably what the All Real Monsters movie would have done. Because Klasky Shubo is the king at animating theatrical movies, honestly.
That goes to Fuji TV.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, yeah, and then I forgot to mention this. Our Monsters did had a crossover with Rugrats once.
Really?
Well, it
Yeah.
wasn't really a crossover. It was more like a cameo appearance.
Yeah, there was an episode called, I forgot what it was called, but anyway, it was about the Rugrats apparently having somewhat of a camp out in the house, and so they start telling each other scary stories, and their stories come together somewhere in the plot. And so then Angelica is a witch, and she's telling Tommy, Chucky, Phil, and Lil to open a bunch of doors or something. And so he opens a door that has Ickis, Crumb, and Oblina, and they scream. And yeah, and then Angelica orders the monsters to eat Tommy, Chucky, Phil, and Lil, which I don't remember when in the series the monsters would actually want to eat humans. That doesn't make any sense, does it?
No.
Yeah,
No.
so I would consider it a crossover because the monsters were honestly in the episode enough to be considered, like main characters, sort of. But then again, it was in their imagination, so.
Yeah. Okay, now the next subject, we're going through some very, very live action stuff that people hate, but I honestly think we should talk about this. And we did got a rumor back a while ago that this film was a real thing, but again, it feels like the Emoji Movie 2 was a real thing back then. But there was this website basically confirming a lot of these films. And really, it was like the same thing with the Nicktoons movie crossover thing. And the same website did this. What happened if Henry Danger got a movie?
It does.
They're actually planning on making a Henry Danger.
Yeah. That wasn't a rumor. It was real.
Yeah, I thought it would come out in 2017, and I was like,
No. Like 2020-ish.
months.
I guess 2020 is when all the Nickelodeon movies are coming out, but it's slated for... It doesn't even have a release date. It's just in development.
Yeah, the SpongeBob movie 3, the Henry Danger movie, the Nicktoons movie, which I think may still come out.
I
And the
have
Loud
no
House
idea
movie,
about
which
that.
Nelly really wants to see. Ew.
I'm going to slaughter you.
Honestly, if the Nicktoons movie is a real thing, I would honestly see it.
Yeah, but that's a topic. Let's
Yeah.
go. So
Yeah.
anyway, I don't think the movie. They're like, what would even be the plot? What could they really do with this? I think it would just be like a bunch of random stories combined into a movie. Because Henry Danger doesn't really know how to make a plot.
Maybe like the biggest, baddest villain of all time went to Henry Danger, and Kid Danger and Captain Man had to kick his ass, basically.
It'd basically be a superhero movie. Except Nickelodeon superhero movie. It's pretty much what it'd be.
I think it will just be a bunch of random episode plots combined into an hour-long movie, like maybe like 4 22-minute plots that would equal an hour. And
I don't think they'd be that lazy.
yeah, but
I
still.
mean, like, you have a huge budget, even no matter if it's live action or animation or CG animation or anything like that. It has to have a big budget. I mean, like, we have seen films like Food Fight that, like, literally was supposed to get theater release, but it took 7 years because of the budget. It has to have some kind of budget.
Yeah, and the poster of that movie had some background characters appearing in the front of the poster, while the main characters were all the way in the back. So that was kind of false advertising. But I think that Henry Danger, the movie, even if it doesn't have a lot of effort put into it, it's still, the poster still may look appealing.
Still better than the Loud House movie.
You stop that.
Well, actually, no, the Loud House movie will do a lot better than the Henry Danger.
What can they
And
even
I
do
know
for
that
a
you're
Loud House
really-
movie? That's what I want to know. What can they even do with a Loud House movie? That
I don't-
hasn't
The
been
plot
done
is
before.
They have a road trip. It's a road trip movie, like Alvin and the Chipmunks, the chip thing.
Yeah, but
Alvin
here,
and Chipmunks.
that's the thing. They can't do anything without seeming like they're ripping something off. You can't
Yeah,
pull
they-
anything
they-
original out of the Loud House.
Could get kidnapped, and Lincoln and Clyde could go on some adventure to Florida where they're being held hostage.
They've done that before in Drake and Josh and iCarly.
What?
Yeah, but iCarly wasn't it they were held hostage in Japan or something?
Oh yes, it's iCarly, Japan. I own that on freaking DVD actually.
Yeah. In this day and age, nothing's original anymore. It's all been done before.
Well, maybe not Infinity what is it? Infinity Warfare or what? The new Avengers movie.
Infinity Train.
Yeah. Okay, I guess we're gonna move on to the next subject. Now, this is something that actually has been confirmed for a long time, and this film's gonna come out in 2019, as far as I know.
20.
So I think it's a good time to talk about it. The Angry Birds 2 movie.
Oh,
I didn't even know this was a thing.
It is.
this movie is only going to have a year of production and development.
But
Like, what the heck?
It's
This
in
movie
development
isn't getting
now.
enough- This movie isn't getting enough work. Like a year.
the
That's
Angry
not
Birds
enough.
movie came out in
What I-
20. Okay, hold on. Let me just research before I argue. Hold on.
Okay.
Because as far as I know, it came out in 2016.
Yeah, and what I have read off this website says they're gonna reuse assets from the first film, apparently.
A lot of
Yeah,
movies
so-
do that.
The Angry Bird, the pigs are going to steal the eggs again, and so it's just a complete just remake. I don't hate
Yeah.
the first movie, but I just don't see what they could do with a sequel.
I
Like,
mean,
seriously.
clearly they're doing this for money because the first movie did very well. In the first month, it was the #1 film in animation for the first month.
Well,
Number
yeah,
one.
that's why all movies get made for money.
The only thing that I strongly hated in the first movie was that, what's his name? I forgot. Mighty Eagle, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
that Mighty Eagle, that went on.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
it was so disgusting, so
Yeah,
annoying.
Chuck's very inappropriate.
But
And again, this film is rated PG.
so
And, well, it doesn't really deserve a PG-13 rating. I mean, even with inappropriate stuff, it's still a PG movie for kids. But then again, it does, need to have some like kind of warning for inappropriate content, like innuendos and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what the movie was rated for.
No, the film was rated for mild violence. That was it.
Mild violence. The game
Yeah.
has mild violence. What the heck?
I can't substantially remember anything bad besides that one P joke, and even then, that kind of fits in today's demographic. But I can't remember anything substantially bad to come from the Angry Birds movie, like rating wise.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad film. It's just, it's Angry Birds. It's based on a mobile game.
No, like, I'm not content wise. I mean, like sexual innuendos and stuff like that. I can't remember anything like that.
It also may be based on the cartoon series. I'm not joking, but they literally made an Angry Birds cartoon series.
I remember
Yeah,
that.
I've seen that. Angry Birds Toons.
It was good.
It was a pretty good
Yeah.
show, but it's just, why don't the birds actually say words? They're just like, and we just have to guess what they're saying, or maybe maybe what they're doing will like translate, but we have to guess what they're saying to each other. So, like, I know that Enya means egg. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I've listened to so many times when the pigs steal the eggs, they go Enya, and So that pretty much means eggs. You know,
Oh
I
my
just have
word.
to listen closely.
Yeah. Okay,
And
the next.
why are
Okay.
always these long pauses? Like every
I
time
don't
I
know.
say something, you just pause and then. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to.
Okay, now we're going to the questions, like main questions.
Alright, let's do
Best
this
modern-
fast.
Okay, the best modern live action Nick show.
Nicky, Ricky, Dicky, and Don.
No, that's canceled. You can't have canceled stuff.
But it's still going.
No. They
Like, the
canceled
last
it.
episode has not aired yet, so it counts.
Ah!
The best Nickelodeon live action show? Or
Modern.
any live action show that's still going?
The best modern live action Nickelodeon show.
So.
It
Okay,
has
so
to be modern.
none. I can't choose. None. Not even one comes on top of the other. They're all equally horrible.
The Haunted
Honestly, I haven't
Halloween
watched-
Train.
I haven't watched any of the live-action new Nickelodeon things, so I have no say in it.
They're trying to be serious. They try to be serious. Like one time they did this in the Thundermans TV movie. That literally had no laugh tracks. They were trying to make it serious, but in all honesty, they just did off. I think it came out in 2016 or 2017. I don't know if you guys saw it, but
I didn't see it.
I didn't.
I will say the best, like modern, I would have to say the Thundermans, but like older kind of, but not like Drake and Josh and iCarly standards. I would have to say the Haunted Halfways.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Well,
It wasn't bad.
The Haunted Hathaways was okay. It wasn't anything particularly
Special.
good. Everything else, especially Game Shakers and Henry Danger. I mean, as much as I hate Henry Danger, I have to say that Game Shakers is actually worse.
You're not wrong there.
Because we have a bunch of bossy, loud, rude children making mobile games, and I
Did they make Angry Birds? We could never know.
they made Skywhale and Nasty Goats, which were some of the dumbest wishes I've ever heard
You know
of.
what? Maybe I'll do a Let's Play on that on my channel. Thanks for the recommend. Thank you.
That wasn't a recommendation.
It wasn't a recommendation. I just brought it up. It wasn't a recommendation.
Okay, I'll play it on my channel tomorrow live.
I
Thank
highly
you. Holiday
advise against
response.
that.
Yay, live podcast. Okay. Next topic?
Okay. The best Cartoon Network show. It can be old or modern.
Ah, crap. That's a hard one.
I've already made a decision. My favorite
You can
old.
have. Wait. You can pick two, modern and old. You
Okay.
can pick two.
One has to be old and the other has to be modern, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've made my decision. Okay, so the best old one is Johnny Bravo. Like honestly, hands down, that was just awesome, incredible. Like I never expected a show like that. But modern, my favorite modern Cartoon Network show is The Amazing World of Gumball.
Yeah, not bad.
That's a good. That I honestly agree with that, but I haven't seen that much of Gumball.
It's
It's
funny.
been going on for years. Don't see it.
I don't watch Cartoon Network that much.
Can
that's
I
why.
choose Adult Swim shows?
We're gonna talk about that next.
Darn.
Technically, Adult Swim isn't really a part of Cartoon Network just because it's on Cartoon Network as a block, but it's really not Cartoon Network. They're just
Okay, fine then.
they're
Alright.
shows like
I have mine. So my old
Hang
one
on, wait,
is
wait.
Chowder.
Hey.
What?
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I thought you were talking about Adult Swim. Sorry, my bad.
No, it's all good. My favorite old Cartoon Network show is Chowder. It's the last old show before regular show, and then my favorite modern one is Teen Titans Go.
I'm triggered.
No, you've done it now, Melly. You've done it now. I'm about to get on over.
It's actually Steven Universe. Calm down.
I thought he was gonna pick Unikitty.
No. My favorite modern Cartoon Network show is probably it's a tie between Steven Universe and OKKO. I can't really choose over the one over the other.
Oh, you were just saying Teen Titans Go.
Yeah, I was just saying that to mess with y'all. Still better than
My favorite old Cartoon Network show would probably be Courage the Cowardly Dog,
Oh
and
my god.
the newer modern show, I'm stuck between Steven Universe and Adventure Time.
Yeah,
Rest in.
I mean,
Well, Morgan guessed my opinion, but so my favorite old Cartoon Network show clearly has to be Courage the Cowardly Dog. It was such a well done show, and Rip one of the voice actors. It was so sad to see him die. It was such a well done, scary show. I grew up with it. It was like the only Cartoon Network show I really did see when I was younger, and scared the living shit out of me when I was growing up. But I still loved it. It was such a great show. Just everything about it was a really great show.
one more thing about. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah,
I'll talk.
no,
about this.
you can.
Well, anyway, in the last episode, there was this Courage was having these hallucinations, and there was this one part where this blue lung thing, this CG blue lung thing is going, "We're not perfect," and it's so creepy.
Yeah, that's why I love Courage.
I love this scary thing. I still love scary shows.
Like, that was honestly creepy. So go ahead and tell us your favorite modern cartoon.
I know this just came out, but
Unikitty.
what I've seen of it so far, I have to say Unikitty.
I haven't seen it, honestly.
I love it. It's definitely one of my top 5 modern cartoons. I mean, obviously, but I wouldn't call it my favorite Cartoon Network show because I like to wait at least 30 episodes for making those kind of judgments. But from what I've seen, it is good.
My opinion does change a lot, but so, like, for right now, during this podcast date, it's for sure Unikitty.
Well, yeah, Angry Dick Sponge, I'm pretty sure you should, maybe you should, wait a couple more episodes, because, honestly, this show could get worse. Like, Teen Titans Go, honestly, during the premiere, people didn't see it as that bad. They thought of it as, okay, or pretty good, but the second episode and everything on was just horrible, so...
Well, I wouldn't say second episode. I would say Teen Titans Go got bad after, the 3rd season. Because before that, the only real reason people hated it is because it wasn't the original. But after that, there were reasons to hate it.
After the... No, go ahead. Sorry.
This is the thing about Teen Titans Go and the original Teen Titans. They're both different settings and different demographics. The original was a action-packed show. The Teen Titans Go is a comedy, once again, a children's comedy for children. Teen Titans Go was aiming at for children. I mean Teen Titans. But it did had a more demographic age rating for older teens and adults could enjoy. But what Cartoon Network has done, basically, is milking Teen Titans as much as possible with Teen Titans Go. But this is the thing about the show. It's very overhated for one reason. It's a goddamn kids show for kids that's supposed to be making 4-year-olds laugh, not 20-year-olds cry.
Well, I'm pretty sure none of us are 20 right now.
Well, Morgan is.
I am. I'm old. Get my walker.
No, you're...
Well, everyone but Morgan isn't.
Well, apparently, according to one of
Son of a
Angry
bug.
Sponge's fans, I look like I'm 30, so that counts.
It's okay, I look like
Yeah,
I'm 12.
I have a lot of my fans are around like 15, 19, 30, and apparently 2% of 6-year-olds watch my channel.
2% of 60-year-olds?
Yeah.
I'm curious about that too. Hold on, let me see. I want to see on mine. Continue.
Okay. Now we're gonna move on to the best Adult Swim shows. It can be old and new.
You know, I don't really watch that much of Adult Swim, so I can't really make much of a choice. If I watch anything on Cartoon Network, then it's really just their old shows or some of their good shows. So I really can't make a decision, but, you know, if I had to, then I'd probably say, okay, Robot, Dick,
Okay.
and the Samurai Jack reboot.
There you go.
That does count because they really did, like, for Samurai Jack Season 5, the beginning was kick-ass, where they actually felt like truly made it for, like, a TV-14, TV-MA kind of thing. It really felt like what a true Adult Swim reboot should be. But when we got to episode 8 and 9, they completely, like, changed the feeling. It felt so different, where they're trying to force Jack and Ashi together, just mashing them like a rock, basically. And that's why I personally I think the ending for Samurai Jack was not the best, but I still enjoyed it. But it really felt like they were just. So,
What was that?
Anyway, now my
That was his
favorite.
fifth.
Okay, so oh my god. Okay, so my favorite Adult Swim show. I don't watch that much Adult Swim, but my favorite Adult Swim show would have to be Samurai Jack's continuation. But for like standalone Adult Swim, what I have just been seeing, I hate this community so much, but I'm just judging this show. I have to say Rick and Morty, but I hate the fandom so much. Szechuan sauce! Give me my Szechuan sauce, or I'm gonna flop like a fish at McDonald's! I hate the fan base.
I have one question.
Pickle Rick!
I mean,
Oh, that made my fucking night.
wubba lubba
I'm
dub
sorry,
dub.
my laugh is so weird. I apologize.
Your laugh's making me laugh.
I'm over here with a stone heart, not laughing.
Okay, we're gonna. Now it's Millie or Morgan's turn.
I'll go. But I have a question. Does 2 Nami count?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I have like 5, so.
No, it has to be a
No,
old
no.
and a modern one.
I'm choosing 5. I'm sorry because
No,
I can't. The thing is,
no.
give me a minute.
Honorable mentions.
No.
Honorable mentions. Honorable mentions.
All right, I'm gonna pick.
Fine.
I'm gonna choose honorable mentions. Okay, fine. So I don't really. I guess Kai counts as. Nah, it doesn't. So for my, I don't really watch old Adult Swims. I'm more of a modern boy. So I'll just choose 2 moderns. So my moderns are of course like Samurai Jack and Rick and Morty. But my honorable mentions, however, I has to go to Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z Kai, and then Attack on Titan. I'm a weeaboo at heart, and I can't just leave them out. Are y'all dead?
What was?
No, I'm just dead on the inside, but I'm still here.
Oh.
Oh, so depressing.
Relatable.
I tend to do that a lot. I don't really watch Adult Swim, so I don't really have a say in it. So, hey, Shigo, knock it off!
Okay.
Hashtag cat.
Nope, bunny.
Hashtag cat.
It's a bunny.
Oh.
Oh, hashtag rabbit, I guess.
Hashtag Peter Rabbit. Oh.
What about hashtag, what's up, Doc?
Hashtag.
What's up, Doc?
Okay. The best Nickelodeon show. This can include.
Oh, girl.
We're gonna do the best. So we're doing. This can be animation, live action, whatever. Even Mr. Meaty, if you really wanted to.
Oh
The-
my
You have to,
That's puppetry.
So
It's not really
that-
live action or
so-
animation.
I know. Just pick best modern show and an old one.
Okay.
Like, how modern we talking?
Like any show that's going on right now.
Or
my God.
2010 and up, I guess. That's what I consider modern.
And old shows are, let me see, 2005 and on.
But what about the decades that came before?
Okay,
1990
this is how
to
I'm gonna.
2000, maybe.
For older ones, I would do 1990 whatever to 2009.
Just to make it simpler, just anything that wasn't released after the 2010s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
World of Millie can go first.
Okay, so I have nothing in modern. Just putting that out there. Modern
Come on.
Nickelodeon
Yeah.
sucks. Now, so I'm just gonna choose two or three, I guess, because I can't really leave this out.
Fine.
Gotta get the big one out of the way. SpongeBob, obviously, that just has to be in there, and then obviously Hey Arnold, and then Avatar: The Last Airbender. Those are my three.
SpongeBob
Okay.
is kind of like half modern and half old, you know, because it was back in 1999, but it's still going on. So
No.
it's half modern.
It was 1997 when the plot was made.
Pilot.
The pilot.
Yeah.
But the pilot was released in 1999.
I know, but
Pilot.
still.
It's still the 90s. It's just the tail end.
Okay, let's
So-
ask Morgan. Or you. Well,
Whoever, I don't care.
Okay, I'll go next if no one else wants to. But obviously Rocco's Modern Life. I've been talking about this pretty much all day. And my modern, I know this is gonna make you mad, Millie, but
Bring it, kid.
My
I'm sorry, but it's the truth. It's the I'm sure you'll like it after the movie. But never mind. Those are my two.
Take a big step back and literally.
I can
No,
leave
no.
that here.
I'm seriously just gonna make a video of World of Milligan angry. Angry World of Millie.
Angry J World of
Mad
Millie
Millie.
compilation.
Mad Millie versus
Angry
Mad Millie
Sponge.
versus the Sandwich God.
Okay,
The
come
God
on,
of Sandwich
continue.
versus the Mad.
My favorite all-time Nickelodeon show, obviously, Arnold.
I never would've
And modern, I'd have to say Loud House, even though I don't really watch it.
You want to join Sandwich God, Morgan?
I will fight you. Go. Let's go.
Sound like Sarah.
No. Let's all relax and take a chill pill.
Sorry,
Okay, so
Millie,
that's
but
strike
Sponge-
two. Angry J
We
Sponge.
are
You want
not-
to join him?
Listen. We're not causing the bitch drama again. Don't.
Sorry,
And none
Millie.
of us are sensitive like a certain somebody, though.
Ouch.
The person who will not be mentioned until further.
The eviscerated one.
Yeah, there you
as
go.
Billy
There you go.
calls it.
Finally, that name finally caught on.
It did.
I hope she. I mean, not she. I hope the eviscerated one doesn't. Never mind. So, but sorry, Millie. The power of sandwich is always overruled. The Loud House is a good show.
If any of you choose the Loud House again, I'm about to start cussing.
No.
Get the paper ready.
No.
You know that you're just going to have to cause Angry J Sponge a lot of editing to do.
And this will be his pain for choosing the Loud House, so choose wisely, Sponge.
Okay. The best modern live action show.
There you go.
Honestly, I don't care what you guys say. I have to pick the Thundermans because it's the only thing on Nick I can stand. But like, absolutely the only thing. I hate live action. I hate the Big Stainberry. I hate all live action. Yeah, but I just
You
have
hate Young
it's just-
Sheldon. You hate everything live action.
But George
I just have to
Lopez.
not like. But
You said before
This
that
is
the only
for-
live action Drake and Josh.
yeah, the only show I honestly enjoyed when I was growing up was Drake and Josh. So, but I mean for live action, obviously. Now for the best older Nickelodeon show, this is going to be a weird option, but there's just so many good Nickelodeon shows. But this one's a weird one. My favorite Nickelodeon show has to be The Wild Thornberrys.
Not
It was
bad.
pretty good.
I'm personally a big fan
Yeah.
of As Told by Ginger. That's my favorite Classy Chupo show.
That's an underrated one.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very underrated.
But of course,
Jesus,
if
what
I had
happened to
more
my hair?
options, I would obviously like say Hey Arnold, Ren and Stimpy, Rugrats, Rocco, Angry Beavers. You get the deal. Okay, the next one. The best animated movie of 2017 and the worst animated movie of 2017.
I'm going to say the Jungle Movie. We don't even have to discuss this.
Exactly. It's like I already got my answer.
Yeah, Jungle Movie, obviously. But if I had to choose one that was in theaters, that give me a minute. Hold on.
Yeah, we're gonna do TV movies and movies because obviously TV movies are too easy.
Okay, well, if we're doing actual movies, I'd have to say Coco. It was a really good movie.
I haven't seen
TV
it.
movies are actual movies. They're just on TV.
I got it. Okay, so I have a best and worst for TV movies and theatrical movies. So I'll do my theatrical first, if that's okay.
Yeah, so how this is gonna work is we're gonna do all the main movies, then the TV movies, so you can start, Millie.
Okay, so my favorite theatrical movie that came out this year has to be My Little Pony the movie. That was just good, bomb-like. And I think we all know my least favorite. It starts with a V and ends with Emoji Movie.
Starts with a V. Starts with a V.
I said the.
V.
T-H-E.
Oh my.
Yeah, I'm with Will DeMillie on the worst one.
As
That
for
being the worst
as for
one.
TV movies, my favorite's obvious. It's gonna be the Jungle Movie, and my least favorite TV movie to come out this year has to be the Powerpuff Girls Power of 4. That was just god awful.
Yeah,
Well,
that's my worst one too.
I haven't seen that one.
my favorite.
Listen, let's bring this up to a subject here for a second. They're bringing her back again after that movie. She was supposed to have gone. They're bringing her back again.
Well, that
Bring
makes
who back?
sense.
Yeah.
Couldn't have
Who's
been all
coming
five.
back?
Powerpuff Girl.
The fourth Powerpuff Girl.
Oh yeah, I didn't see her all over. I didn't know that was actually a thing. I thought that was just like a original character someone the Powerpuff Girl fan base made. I didn't know that was an actual thing.
It's
But
real.
yeah, she looks a little
Weird.
different, for lack of better terms.
Okay, so my best movie in movie theaters would honestly have to be Coco. And the worst so far what I have seen would have to be Ferdinand.
Ferdinand.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, my favorite theatrical movie, 2017, is Trolls. So far. Well, not so far, because 2017 is pretty much over.
It is over.
It's 2018. Why are you living on nostalgia again?
It's
Oh,
2016.
2017 is not nostalgia. It's just that
Yes,
2000
it is.
feels. It's just that 2018 feels just like 2017.
2017 was so last year.
But anyway, my favorite theatrical movie last year was Trolls. My least favorite would have to be, what was the movie? Okay, I'm just going to choose Ferdinand because I forgot the name of that movie. But anyway, it's horrible, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that almost everyone liked Trolls, and it was actually a pretty good movie. It could really get into some dramatic things.
The answer may shock you, but I
No, you're not
didn't.
gonna-
I didn't not like it. but I didn't
Not.
like it either.
Oh my, like, why I hate that film so much is the human models. This makes me so irritated and makes me want to break the speaker.
What
break
movie are we talking about?
For the cow. This,
Cow.
Barnyard?
no, no.
Perhaps.
God damn it. No,
Heifer. He doesn't even have his own movie.
oh my god. No.
What? Cow.
Fortnite. I can't say it right. It's the one.
Bird.
Ferdinand!
Yeah.
It's a bull, not a cow!
Sorry.
The steer.
Okay.
He's a steer.
Now this one this one's gonna be an interesting one. The worst meme of 2017 and 2018 so far.
Do you know the way?
Definitely
Yes.
worst.
I fucking hate that damn thing.
Curse Butch Hartman for making that.
Well, he
He
didn't,
didn't make it. Someone else did. He just made it more mainstream than it already was.
Curse Butch Hartman for updating the meme.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Do you know the way?
No, it's actually pronounced do you know the way?
Do you know the way?
Do you know the way?
Do
you
No, you did that a little too good. It's kind of concerning.
He needs to get his lazy butt off of his couch, go to Nickelodeon Studios,
I'm on my
and
bed.
make a cartoon.
I mean, if you insist, I will right now.
Make us all happy.
Yeah, bring back Danny Phantom 2018.
Oh crap, I'm setting on my frick. Oh, please don't be
Money
dead.
off of those god-awful
Don't be dead, baby.
videos that he makes.
I accidentally stepped on my welcome tablet. That might be a little bit concerning.
Are you okay? What's going on?
What happened?
I don't know. It might have been me. My chair squeaked when I sat back down, so that might have been it. I don't know. It sounded like an elk. It's like, oh, there we go. There it goes again. I have the squeakiest chair in the world.
We know
Yes, you do know.
the way.
The more.
Okay. So,
Aren't they
because I'm including 17 and 18, the worst meme so far for 2018 would have to be the Knuckles meme.
Mhm.
2018 is obviously, I'm Picklewick!
2017, you mean?
What about the worst trend of 2008?
Fucking,
The Tide Pods challenge?
fucking fidget spinners.
The worst
too.
trend. The worst trend is
Logan
stabbing.
Paul.
The
Oh.
worst trend is stabbing.
That too.
Logan.
Just Logan.
Okay.
What's so
Now
cool
this-
about putting your hands over your face and closing your eyes? You look like a freak. And you,
You're a freak! Fucking freak!
like a circus clown or something.
Oh my god.
His arms are about to fall off or something.
Okay, the next one is going to be something that Morgan definitely knows about, but I don't know about Millie or you. But what if we still had to use VCR tapes these days?
VCR tapes. We used to use the VCRs all the time. I loved VHS tapes. They were awesome. They just bring back a bunch of old nostalgic memories.
Yeah, something that DVDs cannot recreate. Even if it's the same thing on DVD that was on VHS tapes, it's just not the same.
Well, if we still had to use VCR tapes, I'm pretty sure the effects on movies and stuff would be limited because of the space on the VCR, and stuff would be lower quality than now. But other than that, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't change that much. We'd just be still using VCRs.
Yeah, and the tape would eventually fall out.
I'm pretty sure they would make like HD VHS tapes along the line somewhere instead of DVDs. Games would still be using cartridges. Let's see.
Oh, the good old days.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to blow on the cartridge to get it to work.
Did you know that actually made it worse?
Really?
Yeah.
I usually just threw mine around the room until it decided to cooperate, or I broke it. Those were the two options.
The controllers back in the day, you could like throw them from 3 stories high and they'd still be okay.
Yeah! Oh my
Yeah.
god, those old GameCube controllers, those things were dope. Those things were like those old-fashioned cell phones. I forget what they're called, something with an N.
Nokia?
Yeah, like those.
Yep.
I thought you were thinking of the Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Mario.
Nintendo!
Nintendo. Watching.
Jump up, don't be scared.
Oh my god, that song's actually really good. I like that song a
My
lot.
favorite song of all time.
Our country roots.
Oh, this
Our
band called the Little
Country
Tombstone
Reeks.
did a remix on the Jump Up song from Mario Odyssey. I highly recommend it.
The Living Tombstone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have plans for that song. Don't worry about it.
Yes. I
I'm
love
so
Little Tombstone.
terrified. I am super I'll have to admit, I am super terrified of those brown mushroom things. They
The
scare me to
Goombas?
death. That's why I turn my eyes when I watch a
3D
Mario
and
Kart.
PowerPoint.
I'm afraid they'll just pop up out of nowhere, and they just scare me. Like,
Oh boy.
no. And if you share a picture with, no.
What in the Lord's name?
Oh my
What
god.
the heck
Okay.
is that?
The last topic scripted on here so far, then we can talk about whatever else. This is the last thing we need to talk about. The worst cartoon of all time.
Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom.
Teen Titans Go. I'm sorry, but I had to say that. It's honestly horrible. Or maybe Bunsen is a Beast. That wasn't really good.
I haven't even seen that show, so I can't really
Please.
get.
Y'all have no
That one-
idea what
Oh,
y'all have no idea what lies in the hell that is preschooler oriented shows. Your Teen Titans goes.
Titans Go, I kind of know.
No.
Your
I don't
Teen
wanna
Titans
say it.
goes,
You
your
guys-
Powerpuff
you
Girl
guys
2016s are nothing compared to Peppa Pig, Paw Patrol, and Ben and
Oh
Holly.
god, no, I've seen the memes
Nothing.
for
And
Peppa
you're the
Pig.
one that picked Shimmer and Shine for number 10.
That's a good
Yeah.
show. Ben and Holly
no,
is not.
It's an Aladdin ripoff, just with two female genies or something.
That's not how it works. Just because they're genies doesn't mean it's an Aladdin ripoff. That's like saying because Batman's a superhero, he's a ripoff of Iron Man.
What? I'm pretty sure Batman or Iron Man.
Exactly, or vice versa. Just because they're genies doesn't mean it's a ripoff of Aladdin.
Oh my
I
god.
know, but they're just trying to cash in on Aladdin. I don't know.
Cha-ching.
I don't pay that much attention to shows like Shimmer and Shine.
I do.
And the Pig, why do people like that show? That and the animation is atrocious. The designs are awful. Like Daddy Pig, he is so fat, and yet he has.
Are you fat shaming?
Can I speak my opinion?
Yes.
This is the worst show of all time in cartoons.
Is it the
The
Loud House?
Rugrats preschool show.
No.
Absolutely horrible.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I liked it.
It was. It only got 3 episodes. I hated it.
I liked it.
Of course you did. You let Teen Titans Go.
And you,
Yeah, but it
and you
wasn't
got
bad.
the Loud House.
So, once again, like, these shows y'all are spewing are nothing compared to the hell I've been through. I've been through the preschool stuff. I've been to the horrible, indie stuff. Have any of you ever heard of 1 Ounce Mouse, I think is what it's called?
What the fuck?
Oh
No.
my god. Oh god. Don't do it. That does not count, Millie. I've seen
That's a
that.
cartoon.
That does not count.
That's a cartoon. It counts.
No,
They didn't
no.
even try. It was
That
like,
is too horrible.
like
But it
pencil
still
test.
counts.
Oh,
So you cannot tell me that Teen Titans Go is worse than 12 Ounce Mouse. You can't.
yes, we can.
Wait a minute.
And then no, and then you say, "Hey, Arnold is the worst cartoon of
Oh,
all
come
time."
on!
And you freaking no, that's
You said
Oh no!
We're all Hey Arnold fans here. Anyone who's not a Hey Arnold fan can get away.
All right.
Anyone who's not a Halo fan can meet me outside and we talk about it face to face.
You're just gonna instantly teleport to my house just to fight me?
What if I said I wasn't a real Hey Arnold fan? Oh no,
I'd probably fight you.
I'm just joking.
We all have to
I
agree.
love Hey Arnold. I love
Funko, we all have to agree on something. Funko screwed up with Helga They honestly did.
Who screwed up?
No, who's
With
gonna-
Ren-
Funko with Helga.
Funko? Yeah.
No, they screwed up with Ren and Stimpy. Like, this is awful. Like, Ren's mouth looks like it's full of blood.
We're running on 2 hours, guys. Can we wrap it up?
No.
I can feel my computer processor just dying already.
Let's not wrap up. And plus, I got the news that I don't have. That maybe I can stay longer than planned. I don't have to, check out right now. So.
Well, honestly, we're done with the list, so we're just gonna ramble on now.
Hey, guys, I have something for you.
What?
For the next person who tells me The Loud House is my favorite show of all time, you know what I'm gonna do?
What?
Hold on a second, give it a minute.
The Loud House is
no.
your favorite show in the whole entire world, Billy. You have a poster of Lincoln Loud hanging in your bedroom.
I do.
You screwed up, dude. He's going to come to your house and rip your
Murder you.
You watch the show
No.
every morning and every night. You eat Lincoln Loud cereal. You wish that you had Lincoln's sister.
I'm gonna turn Millie down before he goes off. Okay, go off whenever you want, Millie.
Are you done?
No.
Are you done, Sandwich God?
Millie.
Are you done,
Millie's
Sandwich
the
God?
only one recording. No.
Are you done, Sandwich God?
No, as a matter of fact.
He's gonna eviscerate you! Damn!
No, Billy, don't eviscerate me. I was just joking.
First,
Still,
take a big step back and literally fuck your own face. I don't know what kind of pan-Pacific bullshit power play you're trying to pull here, but Asia Jack is my territory, so whatever you're thinking, you better think again. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to head down there and I'll rain down in a godly fucking firestorm upon you. You're gonna have to call the fucking United Nations to get a fucking binding resolution to keep me from fucking destroying you. I'm talking about scorched earth, motherfucker. I will massacre you. I will fuck you up.
Fucking shit. I'm intimidated and you're not even threatening.
Millie, the edited!
Have fun, Sponge.
I
It's
edit
done.
everything on a cell phone! I see me edited for 16 hours!
Have fun,
that's
Angry
what you get, Billy.
Sponge.
That's what you get, Billy.
Hey,
By the way, you do like the Loud House, and I will come over and I will give you season 1 every single season 1.
No. This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna burn the Loud House on Blu-ray, every episode available, and send it to him for free. And make sure and has a lock, so you only.
I think I just heard Satan talk to me.
You're secretly a part of the Loud House fan base. Just admit it.
by the way, off topic, I've been to the Loud House fandom. Like, that is something. Like, that's something nasty, man.
A confession.
Like, I was curious to see, like, how bad it was, because I watched the video on the worst fandoms, and the Loud House wasn't on there, so I was curious to see. I have not seen
went
such
out there, too.
supportive of incest in my life. It's bad.
You know what's worse than the Loud House fandom? I have been to the Loud House fandom. Rick and Morty's fandom is so horrible. No, the Loud House fandom at least has a little mature. No, we have 20-year-olds saying, "Oh, Brickle Rick," and flopping like a fish at McDonald's for some fucking Szechuan sauce. No,
You see, the difference between the Loud House fandom and the Rick and Morty fandom, Rick and Morty did that once. The Loud House fandom is still doing it after 3 years of airtime.
oh yeah, and Rick and Morty started in 2014.
And they had that one incident at McDonald's. That's it.
Actually, the Loud House has only been on for 2 years. Sorry,
I don't need
it. Please, I'm begging you. Don't do it, please. I'm sorry.
I just want to wrap this up. We're running at like 53 minutes. I don't want to do this. There's no stepping back.
This is why I do videos by myself.
Okay.
That's what's relatable.
Okay, we're gonna wrap this up here. I appreciate you, Morgan, and Sandwich God, and of course Will the Millie for editing everything. I really do appreciate you guys spending the time, at least 2 hours here. Good luck to Millie for the editing, And let's
Good
all
luck
sing
to
a
you
song
with the
before we go.
censoring of my cuss words.
Are you ready?
I'm gonna have to. No, not yet. To Millie, I'm gonna be that first video is gonna be you being angry, and that's gonna and the people,
It's gonna
my
be
fans
yelling.
watching this podcast. This is why I'm not gonna be uploading this week. Thanks, Millie.
You're welcome.
After me making that in very cool beginning. Oh boy.
This
I'm
is
gonna
what
have
you
fun
get
editing
for
this.
siding with the Loud House. This is your.
I hate the Loud House. I do honestly hate it. I don't like talking about my opinion on it. I honestly do hate it. It's Hey Arnold clone in my opinion. It's as stupid as hell. But you don't have to say F over and over like that.
I'm quite positive I have to.
I think I pretty much learned my lesson. I shouldn't say anything about the Loud House there, Billy.
No,
or he
you called the
will
Loud... No. You called the Loud House the bitch too. We're done. It's eviscerated. It is eviscerated.
No bones?
It's
Boneless?
eviscerated. And plus, he didn't just eviscerate the show, he eviscerated me.
You want to go see Nolan Hughes?
No, don't say
I'm
his
not your
name.
enemy.
He'll take down the
Nolan-
podcast.
Nolan Hughes is your enemy, not me.
Oh,
You're about
Oh
to
my
be go
God.
seeing him.
poor angry sponge.
What?
You know what? I'm gonna ask Morgan to edit this. I'm not spending a week.
Oh fuck no!
Why is this up?
I'm editing a 2-minute video. 2 hours, bitch. You funny. You think I'm doing that?
Morgan, it's the least you could do. It's the least you could do.
I got the editing down. Don't worry. It's just going to take a really long time. It's probably not going to go up till Monday.
That's your version of a long time?
Yeah.
That's like today, tomorrow, and then Monday. Seriously, that's not long at all.
I know. It would take me like 3 months.
I mean, it's not hard to. It's not the editing that's bad. It's the processing. Like the processing, you have to like the processing takes the exact amount of time the video is.
This
like,
is what I have to say to you.
What is it?
Please edit all the language out when you wrapped it. That is horrifying to edit.
Hey, Angry J Sponge.
What?
Fuck no.
I guess it was kind of my fault because if I hadn't brought up the Loud House, then he would have never started that cussing rampage.
I hate the bitch too.
Okay, I'm done. Okay, I promise, I'm done.
Okay, let's all sing a
Better
song
be done
together.
because the Loud House is the best show in the whole entire world.
I said I'm done.
Back to the song! Please!
Come on, we need to wrap. Are you ready, kids?
Aye,
Hi,
Captain!
Captain. I cannot hear you.
SpongeBob SquarePants!
SpongeBob
SpongeBob SquarePants!
SpongeBob SquarePants.
SpongeBob SquarePants!
This is so off. SpongeBob SquarePants. Better than the Loud House. Fuck me right now. I have fun. Yeah.
Okay, before we go, I'm gonna do my SpongeBob laugh. I never did this.
Oh god, that's actually really good.
This is my SpongeBob.
Fuck.
Oh
Ow.
my god.
You've left the Morgan speechless. You've broken me.
The Morgan.
The
Really,
Morgan.
that's incredible.
Anyway, thank you for watching.
Alright, that's gonna be it. So, do you have any last words?
I am the god of sandwiches, and remember, kids, always eat your sandwiches. Or else you will get yelled at by Millie.
It's true.
Goodbye.
How about you, Morgan?
Send help. That's about it.
How about you, the sponge?
The sponge that is angry.
I already said thank you for watching.
Alright. Well, anyway,
Goodbye.
thank you guys so much for
Your
watching.
sandwiches.
And as
Eat
always,
your sandwiches.
take fucking care.